Welcome back to more Genealogy the Holy Wars. So last time we beat chapter 9. So yeah. And yeah, we defeated Arion and we have basically done with Thracia now. But anyway, time to talk about chapter 9 substitutes. There's only one character to talk about, but we do have some events to talk about as well. So, we're going to be talking about Charlo today, who's also known as Charlotte nowadays in newer translations. But anyway, as a character, I couldn't find much. I'm gonna assume that he's very similar to the person who replaces Capri. Like, he is a very kind little kid who looks up to his adopted father Hannibal. So yeah, can't really say much else other than that. But anyway, as a unit, he's kind of interesting. Now keep in mind that his sister is Layla, who's a substitute that people kind of like because of her skill. And luckily, Charlo is definitely worth picking up if you do decide to go for Layla. Because yeah, even though again he's not that great of yet, he's not what I would call completely useless. Maybe because yeah, he does have Paragon, which as a skill for a late drawing unit, that's not too bad, and also means that money shouldn't be an issue for him either. You just dump some money on him, he'll warp, and he'll get to level 20 no problem. Kinda like what I did when I played the chapter myself. And yeah, again, that's not too bad for a unit that you basically can get for free with Layla, basically. But yeah, really, yeah, the only reason why you wouldn't pair Sylvia is for Layla. Charlo isn't that much better than Capri, or even that better at all. So it's like, you have this unit that you can easily get to level 20, and that's really it. Because as a unit, he's not that amazing. He does miss out on the Holy Blood that his counterpart gets, the person he replaces, so he'll only get A stars once he promotes. And yeah, getting money on him might be a little difficult, but once he does get the money with Paragon, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Then again, healers don't really need Paragon that much in the first place, the Paragon banner, I'll say. They can just heal and that'll do it, but yeah. Like I said, it just makes throwing it more convenient, which I do like. But yeah, as for combat though, he's not that great unfortunately. He only has Paragon, which means he doesn't have Pursue or anything like that, and yeah, High Priest is a nice class made for combat. It has very low movement and the promo gains are kind of low. And yeah, all it really gets that's good is A stars, so he can fortify, which to be fair, he's not too bad at doing. Because he does have 11 base magic, he gets +5 from Potion, and his growth is pretty good. I guess we'll talk about those now. Same percent HP, 10 strength, 50 magic, 20 skill, 20 speed, 30 luck, 10 defense, 30 res. So yeah, growth rates aren't too bad, especially in magic. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, as overall, really, Charlo isn't all that, to be honest. Like, he's okay, but nothing too amazing. But hey, I guess for a substitute, that's not too bad, right? He is still annoying to recruit, like, his counterpart, because yeah, if Hannibal is dead, he will not join you. So make sure that, you know, you keep Hannibal safe. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about him. But yeah, there is one elephant in the room though. It actually relates to that Cypher card over there. So we're going to talk about his secret event on this map now actually. And yeah, I guess I can keep this information up here because why not. So after you see Grucia, if Charlo stands next to Hannibal, they can have a conversation. This conversation is actually kind of interesting because Capri doesn't get a conversation like this. Basically, Hannibal feels a bit guilty that he put Charlo through some things that he thought were not that great. Like yeah, he wished that he can't regret that Charlo wasn't raised in like a normal home, rather than a soldier like him. But yeah, Charlo reassures his adoptive father that yeah, what they raising him was the right thing to do, and yeah, what Hannibal is doing is the right thing for the world. So yeah, that reassures him, and yeah, Hannibal becomes a very proud father and gives his son a nice little gift, which is the Berserk Staff. So Yeah, this is actually the only way to get a Berserk stuff. If you want to Berserk enemies without Charlo, you need the Berserk sword. Um, but yeah, the Berserk stuff of course is much easier to use because it has 10 range, and yeah, you'll Berserk no matter what as long as you have higher magic than the target's res. So on this map you can do funny things. One main target is Arion. Arion has really bad res, so even Charlotte base could just use the Berserk stuff and making good Berserk, which is funny. There's something in endgame that's really funny you could do with the Berserk stuff as well, but you're gonna need a bit more magic. One good person for this is Linda. Linda has B stars, so she'll be able to use it, and her magic should be good, and her money should be good because of Paragon. So yeah, she makes a good Berserk stuff user, but also Hawk. Hawk has the magic, so he'll basically be able to Berserk most things. Especially the magic rings, so yeah. He's also a good user, but yeah, he might need help with money. But yeah, the Berserk stuff, like I said, it's funny. The thing in endgame is actually really funny. I will mention it again, and actually is used in some LTCs because it skips a couple of things on the map. But yeah, I don't know, it's just a funny little start that you could use for some decently good things. But yeah, it's not a must-have or anything. But yeah, it does give you an interesting instead to go out to Charlotte, despite Charlotte himself not being super amazing of a unit. And yeah, I do find that funny, but yeah, like I said, I mainly like this dude just because you get access to Berserk stuff, that's really it. And yeah, there's not much else to say other than that. He's not that amazing of a unit, and yeah, the main thing I like about him is that he gets the Berserk stuff, they can give it to other people and you can have some fun with that. But of course, at base on this app, you can just use it to Berserk Orion, which is nice. So yeah, not much else to say other than that. Let's go on to the other two events on this map then. So I've already talked about one of the events thanks to Charlo. These next two events are going at similar times, I do believe. Let's talk about the first one. You need to visit one of the villages. I believe it's the one southwest. I'll again circle it. Although yeah, it might be a little difficult because yeah, all the villages are like packed together. But anyway, this is an interesting one. You need to have either Hermina or Femina or John visit it. And you get a very interesting conversation. So here's basically what happens. So they'll go into the village and then they'll meet this Shannon lookalike. And he has definitely a lookalike because he doesn't speak like Shannon. He basically, he looks like Shan basically so he could get laid. But yeah, but then the girl who visits then wants proof that they actually are Shannon, so they want to see the Balmung. So then Shannon over here decides he's gonna give them the Balmung shield, and the girl thinks they're stupid, and yeah, the Balmung isn't a shield, of course. So then the Shannon then decides he gets basically scared and runs off because they didn't fall for his lie basically. And then yeah, the girl picks up that shield, and it's basically like a Joker shield. It gives you +3 defense. So not so sure who can make the best use out of that. Both of them like can use it decently well. They're both not bad units, even though yeah, Femina does like Pursuit, but you can obviously give a Pursuit ban if you really want. So and yeah, that could help our combat a little bit. I'd say maybe Femina's better, especially because Femina has an easier time getting to that village too, probably. Especially at the start of the map, so yeah, you could do that. But yeah, what's funny about this conversation though, is that the fake Shannon that you talk to becomes a full-fledged character in FE5 called Shannon. And he's a joke of a unit, which is hilarious because, you know, his acting ability there was pretty terrible, so it kind of makes sense that he's quite terrible as a unit. But anyway. So now, let's go into the final event, and this one's kind of a weird one. Basically, Hawk needs to visit Luficia, and there's this girl who's talking to Hawk about love and stuff, and then they decide to give Hawk some medicine and the village secret text. I don't know why this girl wants to talk about love in front of Hawk. I guess it's because he looks pretty. and stuff like that. It's kind of a weird event. Not so... yeah, like I said, it's kind of strange, isn't it? But anyway, after that weird exchange, Hawk basically gets +3 res and +3 magic, an amazing boost to his already really great base stats. So yeah, Hawk is gonna be pretty strong in this point, which is or point in the game I should say. This is definitely good. He's great with 1-2 range, so yeah, he'll be able to kill a lot of the wyverns of this map pretty easily, especially after getting that nice boost. So yeah. That's it, that's all the events. So yeah, not really much else to say. They're basically done actually. I believe that, yeah, there isn't any more recruitable characters obviously, so that means no more substitute to talk about. And what I'm probably going to do from here on out with the substitutes is that, yeah, if there is a substitute exclusive event on the next map, then yeah, I'm basically going to mention it at the end of the map, basically. But yeah, from what I can tell though, there isn't one, so at the moment. But yeah, I'll have another look later. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, Chapter 10 really doesn't have anything with substitutes, so we're not going to be talking about it. But yeah, I guess that's the end of this little series, so I guess I could give my thoughts overall about the substitutes. Like I said, while they're not that amazing, because yeah, most of them are weaker than the unit they replace, and their characters are very similar, there is something charming about these little underdogs, I guess. Because yeah, I guess you could say I do like my underdogs sometimes in Fire Emblem. I do like to train up units that are either considered bad or, you know, not very good. So I guess these substitutes kind of fall in line with that, and I would like to do a substitute one day as well. That probably won't be for a while. And yeah, I would like to use these underdogs, I guess you could say, and see what they are capable of. And yeah, it won't be too difficult because I always got Self in the back as well. Self is always a good unit, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's a pretty cool mechanic. And yeah, it is definitely... We do see like, in Awakening, instead of substitutes though, they do something a bit interesting where like, Chrom needs to marry someone at a certain point. I believe it's chapter 11, 12. If he isn't, if he doesn't have the S support yet, then he basically marries a generic village maiden instead. This does mean that his children become quite weak as a result, but I don't know, there's something very charming about seeing something like that happen, so... And yeah, these failsafes are definitely very interesting to look at as well, but anyway. So yeah, I can't really say much else. Like I said, this game is really interesting, and what they do with the substitute is pretty cool too. I think they're also a bit more interesting for binary as well. Probably because, yeah, they kind of need a power boost, otherwise, yeah, it's probably not going to end very well. When you're playing that version of this game, so yeah, that's also kind of interesting to look into as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's enough rambling about substitutes. Next time on Farmer 4, we're going to be starting chapter 10. That should be interesting. I like to view chapter 10 as the game's taking off the gloves. Yeah, it's very serious. It's a very serious map with some of the toughest scenarios we have seen thus far. So yeah, look forward to all that, and I'll see you guys again for that.